Proof of publication is made a matter of record. Can I get a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion granted. The affidavit for applicant's petition is made a matter of record. Can I get a
I'll
motion?
make a motion. I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Granted. All right, before us today, we're going to start out with Sharon Bork of 773 Sycamore Street, Decatur, Indiana. 46733 is requesting a variance, or a 5-foot variance for a 5-foot side yard setback. Refer to City Code 141.072, storage on residential property. D, accessory buildings should be located within a detected easement or right-of-way. Detached accessory buildings shall be set back a minimum of 10 feet from the adjacent residential buildings. Sheds of 120 feet or less shall be set back a minimum of 3 feet from adjacent buildings on the same parcel, and a fire-rated wall is provided in the structures. Applicants want to come up? Yes. Go on up there and have a seat. And state your name and address for the record, and then...
My name is Sharon Bork,
Okay.
and
Nice to
I
meet you.
live at 773 Sycamore Street, Decatur, Indiana, 46733.
Thank you. So what's your, just kind of briefly, just tell us what you want granted, or what you've got.
Well, I hope that it gets granted after all I've been through trying to make this legit. For starters, I hired a contractor believing that he was a man of integrity and a man of his word, that he was going to get permits, and then he didn't. And he just told me to sit back and relax, and they do the work, and they get the permits, and the whole 9 yards. And needless to say, it's been quite a conundrum, to say the least. I did get the situation remedied with A&W Construction from here in Decatur, thanks to Kurt. He referred me to him, and it was a little bit pricey, but it got taken care of. It's looking pretty good, and I hope that you will approve my variance.
All right. Has the board got questions for her?
So we're sitting 7 to 5 feet, is that correct?
Right now she's about 4 feet from the property line in this area right here. So Andrew Weishart, who happens to just be here tonight for another reason, for his sweatshirt, he came in and the old contractor basically poured a concrete slab. So what Andrew did was he came in and he added a foot to the one side and relocated the shed that 1 foot to get 5 foot from the property line, which falls in Indiana's pocket now. She can't go too much further because then if she went any further than what she has already, she's going to be too close to the house, and then she would have to make the shed 1 hour fire rated on the one side, which means she'd have to have drywall and all kinds of other good stuff.
Yep. Yeah. I don't see no issue.
Do you have any issues with it?
No.
It's
Those
pretty
are my
cut.
recommendations.
Yeah, looks pretty cut and dry to me.
Yep.
The board will hear comments from people in opposition. There are none. Now the board will hear comments from people in favor. Looks good. Any final questions from the board or comments? No.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess we'll read the finding of facts. Finding of facts actions, the board must determine that the granting of a variance will not be contrary to the public interest. Applicant has fully demonstrated on the basis of the facts presented a Literal enforcement of the provisions of this chapter will result in unnecessary hardship. The spirit of this chapter shall be observed and substantially justice done. In consideration of all appeals and variances to this chapter, the board shall first determine that the granting of the variance. Number 1, the granting of the variance will not permit any use in any districts which would be in conflict with the permitted uses of the district under the terms of the chapter.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
3 yeses. It will not impair an adequate supply of light and air to adjacent property.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
3 yeses. It will not unreasonably increase the congestion in public streets.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes. 3 yeses. It will not increase the danger or fire or public safety.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeses. It will not unreasonably diminish or impair established property values within the surrounding area.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
3 yeses. It will not in any other respect impair the public health, comfort, safety, morals, or welfare of the inhabitants of the city.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It is therefore the decision of the board that the petition for the variance is granted or denied.
Granted. Granted. Granted.
Granted.
I knew
We granted. That was kind of your deal. Granted. There's no stipulations on that, is there? Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're legit.
Woo-hoo.
Good luck.
Thank you. Congrats.
What an ordeal for a shed, huh?
Yeah, I know. You would think it was going to be my house. You could almost live in it, actually, but thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Good job. You're welcome.
These guys mumbled these all up. There we go.
Keep that in order for me.
All right. Next on, we've got Joni Cornett of 909 Line Street, Decatur, Indiana 46733, is requesting a special exemption of use in an R1 zoned area. Refer to City Code 150.042, contingent uses permitted by special exemption B, home occupation. Want to come up and for the record, state your name and address and
Joni Cornett at 909 Line Street, Decatur, Indiana 467.
so what do you want to do?
Well, I want to run my business out of my house. We started in 2022 pet sitting, and a lot of our clients and potential new clients, they want to lodge their dog, they want to afford it, and I want to do that on a small scale in my home.
Okay.
And how many you looking to board?
Well, I have 1 dog and 2 cats, so I feel like I could comfortably take on 3. Total of 6.
And currently you're going to other people's houses to
Yeah,
do
we'll
that?
continue to do that.
Yeah. But this is, okay.
Yeah.
You have a letter you were supposed to read?
Yeah, but I'll probably do that.
During the comment.
Yeah, during comments. Yeah, 6 dogs.
So it'll be a total,
Well, I have
Or 6
cats.
animals.
yeah, it'd be 6 animals.
6, yeah.
This kind of falls into a letter that somebody wrote, but I mean, how are the dogs contained and,
Well, the house, I have a room when you first walk in that's dedicated. We have our desk there and a couple kennels, so we have that room. And then I have a living room and then the kitchen and 2 bedrooms upstairs. So, and I've got gates that partition the rooms off. And I did a lot of practicing with my family, my brother's dog and friends' dogs, and I feel like I've got a pretty good routine with it down, so.
Will there be an exercise yard?
Yes, we put up a fence,
Okay.
a
So
few months ago.
Your lot's fenced?
Yes, oh yeah.
Okay. Well, Kurt?
So, you know,
Questions? The only one, we did some looking in the ordinance, and you cannot put animal waste in city trash. So what's
Okay.
your plan for animal waste?
Well, I will figure that out.
Can it go to the compost?
I don't think so. I don't think there's any out there.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
All
Should
right.
have to collect and then hire somebody in.
Okay.
Okay.
What's, you said there's a letter?
Yeah.
I'd like to hear that.
Timio?
Art Vigera.
Oh,
Artemio
Artemio.
Vigera.
Art Vigera. He's just concerned with, will there be a fence for the dogs, and doesn't want his empty lot to be used for the dogs to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, we got the fence up, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
So-
a really nice one, spent a lot of money on it.
It's a good sized fence. That whole backyard is pretty much fenced off.
Well, then Art should be satisfied.
How long are you boarding these dogs? I mean, is it going to range from daily to weekly?
We've got some people that want no more typically than a week. And the good thing with that is if they don't work, if they bark or whatever, I don't have to lodge them with me again. I can always offer them pet sitting. So,
I also see that this is rented from Bonnie.
yes,
Okay. As long, yeah. Because,
my mom.
oh, okay. She's got to agree to this, or making sure she's aware.
Yeah.
This could get ugly here.
Well, she can send her 2 cents in here in a little bit.
I guess it's coming at a weird time because we just had somebody that wanted 6 dogs, and it's kind of...
It's been like every meeting we have something about animals, it seems like.
Correct. And
Really?
you're already at the max. The max is 3, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so we're going to 3, I guess.
How does that work, though, since they're technically not her dogs?
Then that's the business portion of it. It'd be a special exemption would be for the business portion.
Operation of a
Yeah.
business, but BZA does have authority to put limitations on the maximum number of animals that could be boarded at the home in addition to
Yeah.
her own.
So you got 3. So you think 3 is probably the most you're going to house?
Yeah,
So 3 more, so a total of 6.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Sounds reasonable.
I don't see a big issue, but I think that something would have to be contingent on complaints too. I mean, if it does get loud and your neighbors start complaining, then we'll have to take a look and say, I don't know if this is working.
Five.
Yeah, I don't know how I don't know where you live or how your neighbors are, but of how that goes, if we get complaints, we'd have to revisit it.
Okay,
Um,
I understand that.
but
Then it could go the other way, too, where if we don't hear any complaints or whatever, maybe she wants to have it, I don't know, to 7. Is that possible then, too, to come back in and petition us for that, or?
look at you do-gooder. Just trying to pass the 6, man.
That would be an option at
Yeah.
a different time. Should be going really well, you do have the opportunity to come back and amend the special exception use. So,
Okay, great.
Yeah, me personally, I don't have a problem with it as long as there is something that says if there's complaints, we've got to take a look at it again. But
Any more questions from the board? Nope. We'll go to comments from people in opposition. Nobody seems to be in opposition, so now we can hear comments from people in favor. Say that's good. Any final questions? Comments? Nope. I think we got our stuff. All right, well, then I guess we'll proceed to the finding of facts. Special exemption is required for uses of such an unusual nature that the operation may give rise to unique problems with respect to their impact upon neighboring property and public facilities. The board may authorize a special exemption for certain uses as defined in this chapter, providing the applicant has provided information that the proposed special exemption will be in compliance with all applicable conditions and requirements of the chapter. Number 1, the establishment, maintenance, or operation of the special exemption will not be detrimental to or endanger the public health, safety, morals, or general welfare.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
3 yeses. 2, the special exemption will not be injurious to the use and enjoyment of other property in the immediate vicinity for the purposes already permitted, nor substantially diminish and impair property value within the neighborhood.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
3 yeses. The establishment of the special exemption will not impede the normal and orderly development and improvement of surrounding property for uses in the district.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
3 yeses. Adequate utilities, access roads, drainage, and other necessary facilities have been or are being provided.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
3 yeses. Adequate measures have been or will be taken to provide ingress and egress designed to minimize traffic congestion in the public streets.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
3 yeses. The special exemption will be located in a district where such use is permitted and other requirements set forth in 150.263 applicable to the special exemption will be met.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's all I got.
To read the last one. Granted.
No, is therefore the decision of the board that the petition for special exemption is
Granted. Granted. Granted.
granted. There you go.
You're supposed to read the options.
Then you take down the contingency. Okay.
Put that on there.
You're good.
Thank you, everybody.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Joni, is real quick, is yours for animals or dogs? The specific animals.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I guess you just need one. All right. Everything's here. All right. Now we have Barry and Cynthia Malone of 904 Waynesboro, Decatur, Indiana 46733 is requesting a 25-foot variance for a 0-foot front yard setback. Refer to City Code 150.045. Minimum front yard. A1, the building setback line shall be 25 feet from the front line or 55 feet from the center line of the street or road, whichever is greater. You guys are on it. State your names and...
I'm Andrew Weishart, the contractor.
Cindy Malone.
Hi. Okay. So, what are you wanting to do? I mean, other than what I just read?
So on that west side where the fence is, they would like to bring that fence to the lot line to gain all that backyard space. It's a dead-end road, so there's no corner nearby, or they just want that space in the backyard instead of just kind of out there doing nothing.
Are they ever putting sidewalks in?
Probably not.
Okay.
Not at this point, because
Don't know what that-
it wasn't a requirement when the houses were built.
Yeah.
If a new house were to go up out there, then yes, according to our ordinance, we'd have to put them in. But
That was the first thing I looked at, is if there's going to be room for a sidewalk, if they ever require that out there.
yeah, there's a
Okay.
good 10, 12 feet through here.
And you're pushing that out,
Property line.
and you're pushing it out about 10 feet.
Yeah.
It's about 12 feet farther out from where it's at now.
If Brandywine ever got extended, would that interfere with sight lines?
It would just depend on how it was developed down through here. I mean, I'm going to assume that if this was extended, there would be another lot here before another street.
Sure.
And at that point, they're far enough back from the corner of Waynesboro, and I think they would be far enough back from whatever street that might get thrown out here. To be honest with you, I doubt if it ever gets so.
I agree.
It'd have to be annexed, and I think if I'm not mistaken, that's owned by Buchanan.
Yeah. So never in the history of ever. And then on GIS, there's a Diane Bergman that's listed as a lot owner.
We're closing on that house Friday.
That makes sense then. Okay.
We're just buying it.
Okay. That's the first thing I looked at. I was like, that's not even her house.
We're jumping it down a little bit.
Okay.
You're being prepared.
Yeah.
Any other questions from the board? Comments?
No, that seems like a good idea.
All right. The board will hear comments from people in opposition. Pretty quiet house. Board will hear comments from people in favor. Again, nobody here. Any final questions or comments?
Nope.
All right. Well, then we'll proceed to the finding of facts. The board must determine that granting of a variance will not be contrary to the public interest. Applicant has fully demonstrated on the basis of the facts presented, a literal enforcement of the provisions of this chapter will result in unnecessary hardship. The spirit of this chapter shall be observed and substantial justice done. In considering all appeals or variances to this chapter, the board shall first determine that the granting of the variance. Number one, the granting of the variance will not permit any use in any district which would be in conflict with the permitted uses of the district under the terms of the chapter. Yes.
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 3 yeses. It will not impair an adequate supply of light and air adjacent to adjacent properties.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
3 yeses. It will not unreasonably increase the congestion in public streets.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
3 yeses. It will not increase the danger of fire or to the public safety.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
3 yeses. It will not unreasonably diminish or impair established property values within the surrounding area.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
3. It will not in any other respect impair the public health, comfort, safety, morals, or welfare of the inhabitants of the city.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
3 yeses. It is now a decision of the board that the petition for the variance shall be
Granted. Granted.
Granted.
granted. You're good to go. Get to work.
Thank you. Good luck on your
After
closing.
Friday.
Couple days.
All right, old business. None. New business.
Yeah, Mr. Jeremy Jones, a.k.a. Cuddy, 104 North 11th Street, is requesting a special exception to run up a business in our area. So, Jeremy came in from the Board of Zoning Appeals a couple years ago to do an outbuilding in excess of about 18 feet tall, and was granted permission.
Is that up by Homestead?
Yeah.
Down on Mybers, corner of Mybers and 11th.
Okay. I remember that. Think of it at point.
To be able to work on vehicles in the shop, or in that shop. Like they, Jeremy's actually a city mechanic,
Yeah.
so he wants to be able to run a little side business out of there.
Did he put his barn up? Is that where? That's already up.
It's already up, yeah. He's,
After a year.
he's just wiring it now.
All right.
And then, I don't know if this is going to go anywhere or not, but I've got a ticket. I was off today. I've got a ticket hanging up on the board. Somebody wants to talk to me about tiny houses in Decatur and possibly the variance, possibly seek a variance to go under or 800 square foot. So, just bringing it to your attention.
I think those things are usually like 400 square feet.
Yeah, it's a shed.
Yeah, basically it's a shed.
All right. If that's all the new business,
Yes, sir.
can I get a motion for adjournment?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.